Welcome to the Paper Snob. This is Tara. Today I'm working on 30 days of sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life. Today is day number 17. Happy St. Patrick's Day and happy birthday to two of my friends, big guys. I started to say little guys, but they're neither one little anymore. So I hope that they have great days today. Today's sketch was created by Amar Ross. This has mixed media and a large title journaling as well as some triangles on there. And at first I was thinking about cutting apart a piece of paper from Bold and Bright, but then I remembered that I already have a couple of triangles cut from a previous layout. This is Hip Kit paper, and it was put together something like this. Like it had 4 triangles that you could cut apart. I don't remember exactly how they were, and I've cut them apart at this point and trimmed them down. I also have this butterfly paper from Hip Kit. This was in one of my collection, or my counterfeit kits from last year, from 2024. This piece and this piece as well were in the same kit. And then this piece here was in a fall kit for counterfeit kit, and I thought I would use that as like the background piece. So there's that. I am also working on the 52 favorite photos hop. I've missed the last 2 because I've had other commitments, trying to get caught up from being on the cruise, etc. And I have these beautiful photos of my 2 youngest babies. Neither of them are babies anymore. These photos were taken in early 2005. Emily is very new in these photos. I suspect probably 2 weeks, maybe less. She still looks jaundiced to me. All of my babies got breast milk jaundice, which is common in babies from Mexican descent and Indian descent, and my kids have both in their lineage. So anyway, so back to the babies. This is Seth. He was enamored with Emily when she was a baby. And when I was pregnant with her, he would tell you that he had a baby sister in mommy's tummy. He is a little over 2 in these pictures. Actually, he's almost 2 3/4 here, or 2.5. He's almost 2.5 here. So anyway, these are the pictures I have. I have some embellishments. I have the title piece here is from another old Hip Kit. I don't remember how old. And then I have a bunch of embellishments from another old Hip Kit. And then I pulled in some floral bits from Paige Evans' Blooming Wild. I don't have a lot of that collection, and I thought that this would be a nice way to try to use those up. So I am going to pause. We're going to get started, and I'll be right back. So first thing, I'm going to go ahead and cut the branding strip off this pattern, and then I'm going to cut a 1/2 inch off this side and a 1/2 inch off the top, because I am going to use that black and cream colored pattern paper as a mat for the whole layout. I am not going to gut that paper because I don't see any reason to save the center. I'm pretty sure I have another one of them, and if I don't, I probably have something similar. And the Hip Kit paper is fairly thick, but that paper that I'm matting with is not, so I'm just going to leave it. I'm using my Some Assemblage Required distress tool to distress. I tend to grab my smaller Tim Holtz tool more often, but every time I use the Some Assemblage Required one, I realize how much I absolutely adore it. It's great for larger things, but not as good for smaller things, and that's kind of the reason why I still have and use both. Like the other day, I was scuffing up a very thin piece of paper with my distress tool from Tim Holtz, and it did a fairly decent job, but when I tried to do it with this tool, I almost tore up the strip of paper. So that's could be user error. I don't know. I'll blame it on being left-handed or something fun like that. Anyway, I pulled in this piece of paper here for the purple side because my baby's wearing purple, lavender, and pink and white stripes. Seth has other colors on, and it's navy blue, light blue, and I think red and khaki overalls because he looked really cute. And she's actually wearing khaki overalls as well. I think that's kind of funny. I don't remember if I did that on purpose. It's possible. I had these triangles cut out from a previous layout, one that I probably did well over a year ago. And I couldn't even tell you which layout it is, which video it is. If you find it, you can link me because I have no idea where to even begin to start looking. Anyway, this piece of pattern paper, I believe, was 4 triangles, and it was from an older hip kit, and I cut it apart. And then I've just saved these 3 triangles for this whole time. I'm going to tell on myself real quick because I've been saving them for so long. I took that 3rd one and I threw it in the trash. Sorry, guys. I think that I've held on to it long enough. I've used 3 of the 4 triangles from the paper. I'm good. And I don't like the other side of the pattern very well, so it's never going to get used on the opposite side. So I'm bringing in these 2 Distress Oxide sprays. This one is Kish Flamingo, and the other one is it Seedless Preserve, maybe? Anyway, I'm using those to add some more splatters. There are splatters already on the hip kit paper, but I wanted to add a few more. So I did have to take a little bit of artistic liberty with my photos and those triangles. Her triangles were floating more than mine are, and her photos were smaller. And if I had put my photos on top of my triangles, you wouldn't be able to see them because my photos are 4x6. I probably should have printed them 3x4. I ordered these photos. These are not printed at home, and I wasn't about to reprint them because I just got this little box or thing from Snapfish of photos, so I didn't want to reprint something that I literally just paid for. Now I know that fussy cutting is not everybody's jam. I don't mind fussy cutting. I will say that I don't follow the rules of fussy cutting because I absolutely do not just turn the paper when I fussy cut. You turn my scissors, turn the paper, whatever makes me able to get the fussy cutting done. I think it's because I'm left-handed. Maybe it's not, maybe it's just a me thing, I don't know. But just turning the paper and not turning my scissors does not always work for me. So I do whatever works for me so that I can get a good fussy cut. And I don't cut the antennae off, or I don't cut them on these butterflies because they're too fiddly and they would end up not really showing anyway. If that's something that bothers you, then make sure that you do it for your pages, but for my layouts it's just not something that really bothers me, so I just cut them off. So I'm only cutting 3 butterflies out of that pattern paper. They're in various sizes. One's green, one's lavender, and one's kind of an aqua. You can see over on that left-hand side, I have a partial film strip. That film strip was for a layout that I did on Saturday. It was the Wayfaring Panda Celebration Hop, Mad About Mini paper pads, Felicity Jane, and I know I'm forgetting another one, probably 30 Days of Sketches, because I combined 4 hops for that layout. So if you want to go and watch that one, if you haven't already, you're welcome to. But I cut that frame, or that film strip down for that layout, and it's sitting here on my desk, so I thought I would go ahead and use it because that color happens to be in this layout. So I know next I am kind of playing around with my title. I want to make sure that I have room for that title down on the bottom. Like I said, I am having to take some artistic liberties with this sketch because my photos are larger. My triangles are not the same type of triangle that are on the sketch, that sort of thing. So I'm kind of just making sure that things work and things fit. I want to make sure that I layer up some of these beautiful flowers. I did pull some really old embellishments out of, I have a little plastic case for Hip Kit ephemera that I put those into when I have finished all of the paper in the kit. And so I found a bunch of those that would work for this layout. A lot of it is wordy bits, but there are some leaves and a flower as well. So I'm happy to get, I think, everything that I pulled out onto the layout. Oh, and there's also a little green heart that you don't see me put on here on camera, but it does show up at the end of the video in my close-ups. So I'm just layering up all of these little bits and pieces on this layout. And I do believe I also cut a couple of labels off camera and use those for my journaling, and that'll show up in my close-up as well. That way I have some journaling on this page, and I'm happy with what I've got here. All right, I got this layout completely finished. I really am happy with the way that it turned out. I did have to kind of finagle around with placement of triangles and photos because my photos are probably larger than the ones that she put on the sketch. And I also didn't add a whole lot of mixed media behind my photos. You just saw the splatters, and you can kind of see those throughout. Some of the paper had splatters on it already, so that is why I chose the purple that I put down and then added some pink as well to kind of bring some of this beautiful pink over to this side. There are a lot of wordy bits here and here, and that's because these elements came from a very old Hip Kit that all I have left are embellishments, and I saw that these went very well with this paper and with the clothing that my baby has on, and I was able to add all of the flowers and fussy cut those butterflies and get those onto a layout. I was also very pleased to use that leftover bit of film strip from Saturday's layout for Wayfaring Panda's 500 subscriber hop. So if you haven't watched those, that video is in my list of videos, and there's a playlist down there. You can check out her videos. Her video, she has a giveaway going on her channel, and she just got 500 subscribers, and when I looked earlier today, I think she had 524. So she's trucking along, and you should just watch all those videos, leave a comment, and see if you can win that giveaway. Otherwise, I want to thank you for being here. Thank you again for watching. I really appreciate all of you who like, comment, and or subscribe to my videos. If you are new here, I would absolutely adore it if you would subscribe. I do interact with my subscribers, so if you have comments or questions about this layout, please drop them below and I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Thank you again. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.